Almost to 200k, so subscribe today.
In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to angle a mobile, controller, and keyboard. So this has been a very highly requested video. Every day I will see a new comment of, Fire, how do you get height? Can you angle on mobile? Angle tutorial? So that's what pretty much inspired me to make this. I'm just gonna tell you guys a very key thing. Just make sure you guys have the uniform game pass, because if you do not, you're gonna be struggling to get height. And you're probably questioning like, yo, Fire, why would I need the uniform game pass? Well, primarily because you want to take off your accessories, you want to take off your sleeves, you want to take off your gloves, and you can take off your towel, but sometimes you can kind of still angle with it. And if you guys do not have the uniform game pass, you're gonna need AutoCap. So now that I told you a very important part, we want to just go to the training complex. I'm in my VIP server for a practice, and we want to go ahead and walk into the football machine. So we're gonna start off with controller first, and then we're gonna go into mobile, and then we're gonna go into keyboard. So we got the controller overlay on the bottom right. So first things first, we just want to practice this motion, shift block and unshift. And another thing, just know angling is slightly different in practice, but nonetheless still good to train. So we just want to get in position here, wait till the ball gets close, shift, unshift, and dive. And we pretty much just want to keep repeating this motion. Wait for the ball gets close, shift, unshift, dive. I hope you're kind of starting to understand it now, because like in a game, it's going to be like a little bit different. So when you get into a public server, most likely you're going to be getting some pretty good height. And I'll definitely admit, like practice can be a little bit laggy. So if you guys having like the ball lag a little more, I feel like it might just be a practice thing. I'm not really too sure though. And also, of course, you don't only have to work on just straight up angling. You can actually just kind of work on peeking. So you kind of wait for the ball. Boom, just work on peak jumps. Because peak is basically angle, but without the dive. Like you can pretty much see in this clip that I got some pretty decent height. And the easiest way you can tell you got height is either by looking at the replay or just like getting the feel of it. But yeah, there's really different methods. Sometimes you can just like wait last second. But it's like if you want, you can like shift block and unshift like very late. Once you get ready to catch the ball, you time it like that. But it's not my preference though. I like to kind of move a lot. I feel like it kind of gives me more height. Primarily for mobile and controller. I feel like if you're staying still, I feel like that works on keyboard better. Another thing you want to look out for is acing like this, which typically happens when you pull your stick the wrong direction. So just be very mindful of that. And you know, ace stop still happened to me, but like the best way I can prevent it is literally just by moving my body a little early. So now we're gonna move on to our last segment, which is angle mag for controller, which you're just doing the exact same thing, but you're just doing it a little later. So you know it's right here. If I try to normal jump this, you can easily see I won't get the mag. So you really have to make sure you're doing the exact same thing, but just late. And that's how you pretty much angle mag. So now we're gonna be moving on to mobile. So now we're on mobile, and I will say I am on a gaming phone. So if you guys have been wondering what that blue circle is, it's just like a little motion button on the top of my phone. So it really helps me press a shift. But let's go ahead and get these spade machines started. Oops, accidentally pressed the other one. It's probably gonna mess up my hands now. But as you guys know, we're doing the exact same thing. Try not to let the ball get too low to the point it makes you miss. Because I know this. Mobile players got like a tendency of jumping late on diving catches. The other fade machine is messing up my hands. So when we're going for the angle on mobile, try to go for the ball before it even drops. And then of course, you want to go for some peak jumps as well, because it's good to mix it up. And then we go for the angle right here. Bang, just like that. And if you guys are still struggling like hitting your shift lock, you can probably try connecting your controller to your device. And as of now, we're gonna be moving on to keyboard and mouse. So we got our final thing, doesn't really need too much of an introduction. And it's pretty much the exact same motion. Shift, then unshift. So I play on keyboard and mouse like the absolute least, but angling is pretty much about the same. And the key thing I will tell you guys is like try late clicking before you get the catch, because it's gonna give you a lot more height. And you can also late click on controller, but I haven't really found much luck with that. It kind of tends to always mess me up, so I generally find it easier to do it on keyboard and mouse. And the main thing with TBM, as long as your movement is smooth, you should be getting some height. Because if our movement is not smooth, we're gonna end up like acing like this. We always want to avoid acing at all costs. So now let me explain FPS, because I feel like a lot of players don't understand it. Pretty much before the angle patch, if you had lower FPS, you'd automatically jump higher without even doing a shift glitch. But since then, they've nerfed FPS, so the only way you would get height would just be like doing a correct angle. And honestly, I think it's good that they kind of nerfed it. And I know some of y'all would ask like, can you angle on 60? Of course you can, without a doubt. You can still actually get height. Because I've been angling on mobile for a while now, but just know it is the hardest device to angle on. Mainly because sometimes it will just flat out not work, and then it could work later in the game. But basically, the best FPS to play on, in my opinion, is 35 to 45. And you're probably wondering like, yo, Fire, wouldn't you want lower than that? Not exactly. I like 35 and 45 because it's a lot more consistent overall. And the main way you can change your FPS is probably through void straps until we get something new. And also avoid using flags, because you can get banned from either Football Fusion or Roblox in general. Because like Roblox doesn't really allow that anymore. So if you're using the cheating ones in particular, you can get banned. But yeah, that's just a brief explanation on pretty much your frames per second. If this video helped you out, make sure to drop a sub and smash the like button if you haven't, so we can push this video out for the algorithm. And I'm gonna see you guys on the next video.